It's not. Be all right, right? No, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we've done some worse conditions.
Even last year, like we were just.
The music was so loud behind, you could see the camera just like vibrating every beat.
Yeah, like hopefully it won't happen like this time, but I don't think it will because the other time, like this box thing we're in. What's it called?
Trap?
No.
Exactly. We call this the boom boom room.
The boom boom room. Yeah. The boom boom. It was at top boom boom. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That time, like about a year ago, it was very very much boom boom. So it boom boomed into the mic, and but it was fine, and so this will be good. So how are you guys?
Doing great. It's really nice to be here in Portugal.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a beautiful place.
Enjoyed Porto very much. Got to explore yesterday in the city center.
And how long were you guys? When did you guys arrive?
We got here yesterday afternoon, one day prior to playing today.
That's cool. Did you guys always you have the chance to do that all the time?
No.
Not really, right?
It's nice when we can do that. Usually, I mean, my initial thing yesterday, it was a really long travel day, and I just wanted to sleep, but my buddies were going to go have fun on the beach, and I couldn't miss that.
Okay. Hopefully the weather holds up to what we usually say about Portugal, which is it's great.
It is great. It's amazing weather. Yeah, we walked around out in the city center last night and ate at a bunch of different little restaurants and tried like little bites at each little place. Like probably went to 10 restaurants. And
Alex, I just realized that the camera's over there, and because of the cap, we might not people might not be seeing what your eyes at least.
Right.
So thank you, or maybe I don't know. Thanks, cool. So we're professionals, so
Yeah.
a tiny bit. So you guys just played Primavera, and over there, and you're playing Primavera again.
Yeah.
But Primavera in Barcelona, I saw you guys actually in 2011 maybe.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah, the first time at 5 a.m. or something, 4:30.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Remember what was
I didn't film the underpants, no worries.
It's just the act of thing. Yeah.
Odd Future played before us, and they wrecked the stage.
True.
And we had to play. We had to like.
Tyler landed like a few feet away from me. Like.
Yeah.
oh, that's crazy.
There's a video somewhere online where he just like flies into something, and I was like a few feet just behind.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
that was fun. And we had that show at 5 a.m. the next day. And I don't think any of us really knew that. We thought we were playing, when we were told, it's like, oh, you have a show on one day, and then you play the next day, and we didn't know it's 5 a.m. in the morning. I don't think I did, at least. And
like the quality shows that you have at 5 a.m. over there in Barcelona is like.
No, it's normal. It's normal, and it's like crazy.
This goes deep into the night though, the one in Porto though. But you don't have like really really interesting bands like. Interesting is it's a terrible adjective, I think, but it's a kind of boring adjective. But like really cool bands like at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably more electronic.
For like 12 hours now.
Yeah.
More electronic, probably like later after rock and roll.
Not really. There's you guys. I remember last year was because I tend to go. Like this year I didn't for the first time in like 7 years or something. But I went like 6 or 7 years in a row. And last year we had White Reaper who's been on the show. Excellent band, and performing at 5 or 6 or something.
Oh wow!
Like those, I was like, I love those guys, but I'm dead. My feet are killing me.
Yeah.
And we played at Reverence. I mean,
You guys, though, I watched them.
Yeah. Last time we played in Portugal, I think we played at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. Was that a Reverence festival?
At Reverence?
Yeah, it was 2 or 3.
Oh, I was there too, by the way.
Yeah.
Reverence is a haze, though.
Yeah. I don't remember much of that.
Yeah. So what do you remember of Portugal? It's always good to ask,
Yeah. The food, the weather. The food is incredible here.
Thank you so much, as a fellow Portuguese person.
It's very
Not a fellow of you, a fellow.
It's very good. It's amazing.
Even though this show isn't particularly Portuguese, though, it's kind of like international because on lines and stuff.
Yeah.
The architecture was really cool. Walking around, seeing all the old arch. It seems very obviously ancient, very old compared to America. So that's really cool to see. But we like to explore cities through the food.
Dude, half the time I end up talking about food. Talking to people about food. I mean,
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's culturally very significant, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's sustenance.
Yeah.
What gets you through the day?
That's right.
Do you guys have what's been the as far as you remember, what's been like the biggest surprise of visiting something and eating very surprising food? That comes to mind at least.
Surprising food-wise?
Yeah.
Surprising. I'm just the flavors are all like very rich and bold, and it's not surprising. I guess I wouldn't say it's surprising. It's just kind of like I haven't had a bad meal with that surprising.
I don't mean necessarily over here. I just mean wherever.
Generally. Okay. A biggest surprise?
The Domino's?
Not the biggest, but like something that you can remember.
Yeah, maybe the bad stuff we forgot. I'm trying to think.
No,
Bad, just us surprising,
This
like
place called Un Bien in Seattle was
really.
the absolute most unreal. That we ate it almost every day while we were recording the new record. Un Bien.
Yeah.
It was awesome, like Cuban kind of style food, sandwiches.
Okay.
It was so awesome, man.
You have like those things with potato like mounted on like fresh fish on potato and stuff like that. Is that
sounds really good, but I didn't see that.
Because there's something like Latin America I think this is the causa. I think it's like it's like causa, like a ceviche on top of potatoes or something. I don't think it's come from Cuba though. I might be my brain is playing tricks around.
I haven't been there. We're just now allowed to go to Cuba, so we haven't been.
Sure.
Yeah. Soon we'll go there soon.
I haven't been, but a lot of people I know have been to Cuba because Portugal. So Portugal, Cuba. What else do you remember from? I've already asked this though. Who cares? Like, okay, so there you go. So yeah, whatever. So okay, new album. New album is really tight. So congratulations, really cool, and you're welcome. And we only do things that we enjoy on this show. That's the thing. That I've been doing this for 12 years, and this is like we're curating stuff. Like whenever we enjoy something, we ask for interviews, and this is cool. So you guys check this out. You guys check out the new album from Back Angels. Plugging the shit out of life right now. So, but
no one is the boss of us. What do we do?
Yeah, exactly. No bosses. We're our own bosses. So there you go.
We're honored to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
No, thank you for doing this with us. But okay, so new album. I've heard that it seems tighter because you guys communicate better. Why is that? What happened? Why are you communicating better?
I think we've been around each other for so long, and
so it's just experience, basically.
I think so. I mean, I think we're getting better at communicating with each other. Stephanie, I don't know, she might not agree with that, but no, our communication is getting better in our band. But I think in any relationship, I mean, you're talking about like you have to communicate with 5 different people. You're married to 5 different people, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to, your communication has to be, good. If something bothers you, bring it up,
And getting stuff together for any group of people over than 2 is almost impossible, right? Like getting arranging for people to move a certain direction in order to, to go in a certain direction together.
Yeah.
With more than 2, it's kind of
It's like herding cats. That's how we. Have you heard that term?
No.
It's like herding cats.
Herding cats?
Herding. You know what herding, like cattle?
I know it totally makes sense though.
Yeah. That's what it's like. Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay here. No, dude. I don't really feel like
it takes 20 minutes to decide on where to eat, and then an hour to get there, and then it's like herding cats.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So nothing necessarily happened, like just experience then. So nothing like catalyzed the tightness, like because sometimes bands have something that's really pivotal, and then you can address that as we're kind of like, because even as a person, like something happens and you just change.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know. There's so many things that happen. Maybe just time happened and experience happened.
Time happened.
Yeah, that time happened.
Time even real. Time even real though.
Yeah.
Time after time. Time after time.
Well, shout out to Cyndi Lauper. Kisses. Currency. So I'm going to misquote this, so I'm going to reach my phone. So, one day it'll be all over. What necessarily is just like everything, like the good things and the bad things.
Look at that as like a Buddhist kind of approach to life. I mean, thinking about materialism and how you come in by yourself and you leave with nothing.
There you go. That's exactly what I was going to say.
So it's not like wishing that money doesn't exist anymore.
Money is
currency,
you have to
or any
have currency. You have to have currency for life to go forward, to move forward. I mean, it's a necessity, you know. It's got its its dark side and it's got its positives, you know. But I just think about what drives people to buy stuff, what drives people to even go to work or do anything, and it's a lot of it's material objects, materialism.
What drives people to do anything? Like just stay home and be like a cat and be herded.
You can't earn any money that way.
Herd them into currency, I guess.
Turn the cats into currency. It's a good idea.
But first, another thing, like keeping on the singles theme or topic. For instance, what makes you half believe in something? What are the things that make you like half believe? Like shady people, maybe?
Shady people, politicians.
Yeah, I mean, I think people always try to make this world into a black and white place, and it's just gray.
Yeah.
So
it's true though.
I'm very half believing in everything.
It's unfortunate if you really like gray though, but I'm sorry, dude.
I think everything in the world. It's like you hear a politician talking, and you're like, man, I don't even want to believe the guy, or it's like
booming all over the place right now.
You hear my voice? You hear that voice? It's going crazy. So no, I think that everything. There it is. I now I can speak.
Breathe.
Anytime that we heard this quote one time. It's like believe half of what you see and nothing you hear. There's believe half of what you see and nothing that you hear.
Oh, okay.
Who's this quote?
Well, there's another one similar to that. Bob Dylan says at the end of the song, it's like, half the time, half the people believe in half the things you say. The other half don't believe in half of them. The half the thing, and then the other half. And he goes, I think Abraham Lincoln said that.
Okay, Abraham Lincoln. We're just quoting Abraham Lincoln through Bob Dylan.
When was that? Like, in which album was it? How old was it?
At the end of, God, dude. I can't remember what album that one's on.
I don't mean to put you on the spot though. I'm just asking like around-ish, like late.
It's early Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
It's actually it's the album that came out. It's Another Side of Bob Dylan. That's what the name.
Okay.
That's the album is. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the song though. It's like Bob Dylan's 33rd Dream or something like that.
Was it Abraham Lincoln though? Really?
Who knows? Man? I'm sure he was pulling a trick.
Pre-Facebook though, like misquoting people.
Yeah, exactly.
Spiritual Kurt Cobain or whatever.
Fake news.
Fake news, exactly.
Fake news today.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan quoted Abraham Lincoln.
So yeah. Well, I mean, misquotes have been around all the time. So I don't know. Bob Dylan was just a person. I mean, it's still. I'm sorry. I don't mean to kill him. He's still a person. Yeah. Cool, Bob Dylan.
Love you.
Keep it up, dude. Yeah. harmonica all the way, even to your death.
yeah.
Laser beam harmonicas all the
The
way.
highest notes. Make another, go as high as you can and go one above that.
Yeah, exactly. The Bob Dylan way.
Yeah.
It's the Bob Dylan mantra.
Yeah. Yeah.
This show is called Made of Things.
Made of
And-
Things?
Made of Things, and it's based on the idea that you've dedicated yourselves to being in a band or doing whatever art that you do because you heard something or read something or watched something that made you go like, oh, I want to do that. Did you guys have that? This is mostly individual, I would imagine, but
Hearing what music or the emotion that music gives me is why I play music, is to recreate that feeling of the most spiritual moment I've ever had, you know, which is, you know, playing music with these guys. So I think probably the first time I ever heard music, which I don't even know when that was, maybe when I was like, maybe it was through nature or something, you know, I don't know. But that's why I play music. That's why I'm made of making these things.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for the callback.
Yeah. I had the callback and get there.
Callback
Yeah.
to the name.
Yeah.
Cool, keeping in brand.
Yeah.
But it's just that this is, you know, just because some people do have that click moment,
Yeah.
like the moment when they click and they go like, oh, I love this and I wish I could do that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I will.
I know, maybe probably when we first started writing together, that feeling that we had, it's like, man, this is a great feeling. And we had this really prolific kind of early years, and that was you know, but before that, I mean, I know you're looking for the before, but I don't know, just the way music makes us feel, I don't know, my mind's not strong enough to go back to early on when I was 2 or 3 and heard, you know, the first song ever, maybe listening to the Beatles when we were younger, maybe that's what it was. That probably what it was.
Yeah.
Listen to the Beatles.
I'm
Yeah.
a Beatles dude too as well. You know, it's
Yeah.
exactly.
Safe company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good way to start. You know.
That's
That
right.
had to be it.
Yeah, I mean, I found my dad's Sgt. Pepper's when I was about 9, and I remember when they would leave the house, I would get the record, put it on the record player, and just sit in my dad's Lazy Boy, crank it up, and just stare at the cover and think, man, I want to do this someday.
There you go.
There you go. For instance, like the first time that not necessarily making music, but like the first time that music hit me, I was 5 when my parents gave me a vinyl back in '86 or something, or '85 of Beatles Past Masters. So there's a whole
was it?
the Past Masters, like
nice.
the
With Rain and Paperback Writer.
exactly, and
Oh, I love that.
Down, I'm Down, and
Yeah.
what was it? I Feel Fine, which is like a B-side. It's an amazing song. So it's just like a whole different, like a whole range of Beatles songs. That,
Oh, yeah. It's got I Want to Hold Your Hand and She Loves You.
Exactly,
all of
exactly.
it,
But
yeah.
also the B-sides, which is kind of weird sometimes, right?
Yeah,
like,
really,
I
really.
find it like a kind of a darkish song.
Yeah.
Though. Like, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
it's cool.
So it's so the range, like, I think is very influential. But it's in even though you know you were introduced to some stuff. It's in you already. That's what I think. Like the sensibility. Like
I absolutely agree.
sensitivity. I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
Sensibility or sensitivity? Sensibility, yeah. Yeah, sensibility, yeah. What other things were you receptive to early on? Like very early?
I think watching movies, I remember being really moved by Apocalypse Now.
Really?
When I was
Yeah.
13, I saw that, and
That's a tough movie to watch at 13, though.
yeah, it was really shocking. I went over to my friend's house, the Diaz's, to watch a rated R movie. We couldn't watch rated R in my house.
Yeah.
So,
my
but
parents were very free, but like not to
Yeah.
make this about me, but like I haven't spoken about this actually yet. But like for instance, when I was 8, I watched like Dune a lot and Hitchcock's Birds.
oh, nice, man.
Scary movie.
That's heavy.
But yeah, please.
Yeah, I remember the opening scene when they play the end by the Doors. That's when I first discovered the Doors,
Yeah.
and I was just amazed by that.
Yeah.
And the Doors opened so many doors.
And now they're pretty much shut, I believe. Because usually doors open, and then at some point in your life they kind of shut, and then it's done with.
Yeah.
But through them, I discovered the Velvet Underground.
Oh.
So there you go. That's the door to the Black Angels' death song.
That door doesn't even want to shut.
That's impossible. There's no door there.
Rusted open.
Are you guys keeping on touring? Like, is this?
We have 2 months off when we get home. We're gonna go back home and
After this one?
after this.
Tomorrow we play in Nimes, France, another
really?
festival.
Tour,
I heard it's really cool.
Nîmes, and after Nîmes we fly home. We're home for 2 months, and then we go back out. We do the West Coast, and we come back over to Europe after that. And
So it's basically never-ending, like a cycle.
never-ending cycle, exactly.
You brought upon yourselves, I guess.
Yeah, it's a revolving door.
It's summertime in Texas, the hottest time of the year to get creative.
Yeah.
Is it bearable though? I've never been to Texas.
It's like it's 100, usually 100, and very humid. It's very conducive to creativity if you can take that kind of swampy heat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
One time we played a festival. and it was 110 or 114 degrees.
In Houston?
And no, it was the one that by the river, and Stephanie almost had heat stroke. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm listening.
You want to answer a question?
Okay.
This is very loose. We don't necessarily sometimes have questions, but is Texas bearable? I guess is the question.
Oh no, it's too hot. It's too hot here. I need air conditioning all the time.
Do you have like a portable air conditioner with you?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Can we see it? Is it somewhere?
But it's this big. I have a picture.
Really?
I like to document.
Please.
You don't get the size. And size matters when it comes to a fan.
And it's a very Texas thing to say, right?
It's tall. It's almost as tall as me. It's like this tall.
Oh, wow.
And you have to hold. Oh, can you turn it? Yeah, but you don't get the idea.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh! I almost sent a really long email. Not finished it. Ooh, yeah.
So you've never flown off a stage because of that?
They strap me down.
Yeah.
So they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Metaphorically or just physically?
So I have the strap-on belt, and then they hook it down to the ground.
Oh, okay, cool. At least you don't go off and tour somewhere else. I guess.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, tomorrow I wouldn't mind going back.
Maybe you guys going back and you stay in Europe for some reason, and China.
I'm Japan.
Well, you can maybe because of your fan, you can tour the world in 80 days or something.
Oh yeah. I just need a hot balloon.
Hot balloon, yeah. New album, I would say. Maybe hot balloon, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Hot air balloon. Hot air balloon. Guys, thank you so much for your time. This the weird closer though.
I thought you were talking to me. We just did an interview where someone was talking to me, but I was doing an interview via email. Hacking the system.
Wow. This is very, very, skillful.
And so then I didn't know if I heard my name, and so I needed to be on it this time. So I didn't want to be rude. And then it turns out there was nothing. I didn't need to be. And that's about par for the course for my life.
Awesome, guys. Fantastic. We're done. Guys, we'll see each other next time. Thank you. Thank you so much.